All right. Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Tuesday. It is July 23rd, 2023, 2024, actually. We'll give us another year. Anyway, it's Tuesday night, 8:30 Central Time. The Indoor Farmer Reviews, episode 87. I decided to do a little quicker opening tonight since I don't have a specific intro for the review show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it out a little bit more while you lovely people I see are already hanging out. I see Jess popping in and out of all the places. And we are live on the Rumble, on X, on Twitch, on YouTube, and Rumble. So check us out. Oh, and Kick. Sorry, Kick. Kick is just, I don't know. Kick doesn't do a lot for me, unfortunately. But I will share it out to my group, get myself an @everyone. Let's go with lots of zeros. O's. Let's see. We'll share it out to the old share your podcast. We'll share it to the few groups that enjoy my content. This one, that one, this one, that one. Just doing a few likes and shares, guys. Appreciate you coming in. I am going to go through a couple of awesome things tonight. Cinema. Cinema, it's not what it used to be. That's for sure. I still watch a few movies here and there, and tonight we're going to go over a couple of movies I watched recently that are sort of long-standing series that these are sort of, what do you call them? Movie franchises that a lot of us have seen at least bits or pieces of, if not all of it. If you didn't see the title, we're going to be checking out, and I have some plans. We're gonna look back at some movie trailers from the past, like the prequels of these new movies, or the previous movies. I'm not sure if it would be considered a prequel. Not sure what the term is. I do like movies from growing up. Like I really reference, if anybody's out there that has seen much of my show, they know I reference a lot of movies. I have a lot of pop culture references, but it's not the newer stuff. It's not that I'm old. I do pay attention to a lot of new stuff, pop culture online, but I don't watch a lot of the shows that are out there these days. A few. Let me know. Comment below. What show do you watch that's out there live, new episodes right now? I can't seem to get my throat clear. Okay. I think I got every... Well, did I? I'm not sure if I did. Let's see. So if you could, guys, help me share it out a little bit. I think, see you, Jess. I don't know if I actually got it to my... I did. Okay, there it is. Get myself an @everyone over there in my group. If you guys aren't following it or aren't in my group, Maccabee's Live Market, presented by Waylon the Indoor Farmer. It's a group on Facebook, and that gives you one more place to get a notification. Made a post today. I was like, I get notified from videos from years ago that are like have a copyright, like a minute, like a 30 seconds of copyright claim, but they can't notify my followers when I'm live. It's one of those things, I guess. All right, got to @everyone. That should be enough. That's add followers, @everyone. If you want to watch, you want to watch. What's up, Kathleen? What's up, Jess? I see you, ladies. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play it on my other screen. We're going to play a few of the trailers with no sound, and I'm going to play some tunes. We're going to play some background tunes over here on the other computer. How about that? So the two movies we're going to check out tonight, I'm not, this is not one of those, I don't know, super edited, quick and short and sweet, 20-minute movie reviews. We're going to probably take our time and check out some of the past ones. We're going to look at the Beverly Hills Cop, and we're also going to look at Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, as you know, as you may know, has a very long series. It's a much longer series. They're like different iterations of it, reboots of it and things. And so we're going to check out a couple of those. But then Beverly Hills Cop is now 4 movies. 4 movies. You got Beverly Hills Cop 1 through 3, and now the new one. It's called Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. Actually, this says AxelF. So let me know, guys. Spoiler alerts for anyone that plans to watch the movies. So in case you don't like to be spoiled, definitely letting you all know now. Right, let's find us some tunes here. We'll play. I do that. But yeah, what's up, everybody? We had a really good show last night with Sir Steve-O. It was shorter on the plant side, but we ended up going pretty long on the show. I got everybody's, most. I have a couple of prizes we still have to take care of, but most of the prizes are taken care of. But yeah, I need to update my page here. Let's pull up some tunes from YouTube. I mean, from nowhere. From nowhere. I remember going to the drive-in at the end of the Planet of the Apes series. That was in 1973. Okay. Yeah, because there were 5 of them. All right, we should be able to hear some of that tunage. Turn it up just a little bit. Here we go. All right, I think we should do a dab to get this party started off right. We're going to be showing several of the older trailers, and I do want to play at least a little bit of the Planet of the Apes, like older stuff, to show you guys a little bit, especially for people that haven't seen them. You've watched both of them, Joe? Joe, have you seen... So you're saying that you've seen all of both of them? Rip it. All right, Casey, you're right. We're gonna get it. Is the music a little loud? I can turn it down. I know my mic's loud too, so I guess we're probably equalizing. We got the dab and dragon out early tonight. Normally I wait a little bit, but we'll get her going. And I'll pull up the. Oh! I need to mute myself over here. Go. There we are. So, yeah, we'll get into it because there's actually quite a bit. And the original Planet of the Apes series is 5 movies long, or 5 parts. They called it back then. They were parts, and now we turn those into trilogies, or I don't know what that would be. Let's see. I don't know what you'd call a 5 series. Let's see who else is in the house. What's up, Joe? Oh shit! Yeah, sometimes. This is the last time I did a movie review was for the new Ghostbusters movie. That's right. I had my son went and saw that. Second time you see me, I've been up on a few lives today actually, so I'm just kind of popping in different places. See Jess on the X, guys. If you could go over to Rumble, go over to X, hit those algorithms. I see Terry and Timothy over there on the Rumble. Appreciate you guys. Rumble, I'm up to 412, and on X, I'm up to 503. I'm gonna tell you guys every time I get any single new follower. I'm kidding, but it is exciting that it's some movement compared to the the other app that seems to just stay still. Stalling? You think I'm stalling? What does this mean? What do you mean by this, Casey? What's up, Margaret, over there on the X? Cheers, cheers. I'm really liking the X lately, although there's these spaces that that I try to get into, and sometimes they don't want me to speak. So it's not that they don't want me to speak; it's more like I just don't get a chance to speak. So sad face, right? Rip it. Oh no! It wasn't. It was heating it up. It's an email. I wasn't stalling for. I got you. No, it's just now heated up. 610 degrees. Definitely not stalling. I actually meant to tell you guys. It's come to my attention that, some people are trying to keep up with me on dabs while watching the show sometime, and please, guys, don't do that at home. You may end up passing out mid-show. We don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Margaret on the Rumble. Cheers, cheers. I need to pull the Rumble up. I see nobody on Twitch. What's up, nobody? So who's out? Who else has seen the original Planet of the Apes? I thought, for its time, I thought it was pretty good, and I was born in '83, so if you take that into consideration, I watched the first one, the '68 version, when I don't know what I was like 9 or 10. I can't imagine it was much later than that. Just mess with me, no problem, Casey. I'm coming. I got your number. We're coming. What's up, Michael Gray in the house? The Learn Goat. Grower Society. Oh yeah, I just taught my son something right before I took him to his mom's, where you can like take your hand and like do like this with your throat and while you're talking. He just got so excited when I showed him that. So can't wait to do that for him again. The Learn Goat Grower Society. Cheers, everybody. You seen it, Joe? Okay. Yeah, it held up, I think. It held up pretty good for overtime. Wish your eyes look like mine? Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you, Timothy. Hello, nobody. We're on Rumble now. Hitting each one of them. Grew up watching that stuff. My mom was into the sci-fi stuff. Yeah, exactly. So this was like big sci-fi at the time. Bean, what's up, brother? I know you may not have time, but if you want to pop up and go over some movie reviews, let me know. We're gonna watch a few of these here. I'm gonna play this one, but we're gonna play it at a little bit slower speed. We'll even play a 0.5 speed. Brandra, hello. So like they actually had some pretty good animatronics in the jaws, or maybe it was just rubber, I guess back then. It wasn't animatronics, but they don't look like they just open. Must be a hinge. Yeah, definitely. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to put your friends' names up on. But yeah, definitely a physical prop back then, versus all the CGI that they're doing now. Mark first came out in 99. It was 2001. Went back after that and saw the old one. Oh, I see. That's actually even better. So the old ones probably tripped you out. You're like, holy shit. These humans acting like apes, like that. They haven't had this yet. And the new, well, you'll see. Spoiler alert: there are sort of regressed humans, but they don't have them. They don't do this yet. This has not been a thing in the new version, probably because of the look that it would give, the whole the whole slave thing, I guess, is probably why they're avoiding it. What's up, Steve-O? You've seen both movies and you like them both. Okay. Well, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go kind of step through the ages to the updated ones. I got you, Casey. Anybody that wants to pop up and hang out, just make sure that you've seen the movies, because we're going to show the new trailers and I'm going to talk about it. We're going to do we're doing the more serious, the older one first, and then we'll go to Beverly Hills Cop and have some fun. That one's really funny too. I mean, there's some funny parts, I guess you could say, in Planet of the Apes, just because of how everything goes, but more irony than funny, right? Cullen, what's up, bro? Cheers. Guys, make sure if you can hit that like button, please, and share it out if you can. I do appreciate it. Sandy, what's up? Oh, Mark Gibb in the house. What's up, Mark? Mark's one of my new followers. Joe Kelly, what's up, brother? Yeah, see, they had like this whole sort of change because they were still full humans, so they're all standing tall. The newer movies don't have that. They don't depict that. I guess the Mark Wahlberg one is a little closer to this, in my opinion. When Caesar spoke for the very first time, and the new one was the shit. Oh yeah, like the very first. I guess that would be Rise of the Planet, or was it Dawn or Rise? I can't remember which one. I have them in order on the screen here, but they're a trilogy. The Mark Wahlberg one is a standalone remake of this whole series. Charlton Heston, damn dirty apes. That line was so iconic in movies after this that, I mean, I don't know. There's no that, but it was a very iconic line. So the original series kind of goes in a backwards sense, where the first one is about people from the past going to the future through, I think, space travel, and they are unusually intelligent for the people that are there, the humans that are all in the cages and that we saw earlier. So the whole series was unique in the way that it was filmed, as well as the fact that it was, just the concept was so unique. But the fact that the way they did it was backwards. Like the first movie was the people from the past kind of finding out that the planet has changed to a whole like ape planet, basically. And then the next one, we're going to see the part two. Right now, we're not going to watch all of those, I guess. I did pull it up. Like, you see these different versions where they're on horses, basically looking hot as hell in those masks. And they're like, catching humans. So yeah, there's a spaceship there. They get caught in some kind of space storm. Here's the clip from the last part in the 5-part series, where he's able to find himself a beautiful mute Neanderthal woman that he can rescue, and they're just off on their own wondrous journey now. She just does what he says because she doesn't know any better, Joe. What's up, William? Cheers, brother, on the Rumble. But yeah, this is another iconic scene that's about to unfold here that even shows up in other movies. Like say Spaceballs. If you guys have ever seen Spaceballs, this scene shows up in I think towards the end of Spaceballs. You don't see Charlton Heston, but you do definitely. Brandra, I see you on the Rumble. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing some spins today. I do have a couple people to catch up on to deal with. We may have to do something besides cash if it turns out to be a problem in the future. Here it is. Oh yeah. Does anyone remember this scene? They're like, oh my god. He was freaking out right here. It's like, does anyone know what it is? What is Comb the Beach? Cullen. You remember that one? That's a fun movie. All while the apes are watching. It's funny. Here he goes. He's like, oh wow. I think there's like a line. I'm pretty sure he says something. I should have turned the captions on or something. You think, Jess? Well, I appreciate that. I'm trying to get people in there. I mean, once we, it's only not good until it's good, because if I spend, my own money until we get enough people in there where it makes sense to keep giving, then I've done my job. Look at him. He just can't believe him. He can't believe what he's seeing. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily make it grow with a lot of people, but a lot of you guys that are subscribed have increased your subscriptions because of how much you see the value. Look at this beautiful mute woman, tan. She looks like she's got makeup on. Her hair is perfect, and she's also a cape woman. Here he goes. Yes, this is the iconic. No, damn dirty apes. He just goes into it. Marianne Kelly, hello. Thanks for commenting on X, Jess. Appreciate it. Anybody that wants to go over to X. It's a fun place to be. We also got 15 people on Rumble. So if anybody's on Rumble and they also are on X, go check me out. If you're not on one of those two, I feel like you should be. There's a lot of them. I'm on a lot of them. Those two seem to be my favorites right now. But look, it's the Statue of Liberty. Nobody knew what it was. Except maybe Colin, who says, comb the beach. Son of the beach. Yeah, so this is a pretty iconic moment that you don't, I think you end up seeing something like this on the Mark Wahlberg version. We're going to check that out next. You're Xing tonight. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. If you want to, Jess, message or put a message or comment on the post too. It's like a comment bubble to the left above the actual chat bar. Sometimes, if not, if you have to go out and go to my profile, but if you comment on the post itself, it actually does help as well. Cat King Robertson. Cat King Robertson. I love it. Hello. All right, so let's get into more recent stuff. That was it says 1968. That doesn't make sense for part 5. Well, maybe they all came out the same year. I'm not sure. I thought they came out a bit separated. But here's the Mark Wahlberg version from 2001. played at half speed. This is when it started to get things started to get real. You know, I thought this was going to take off. Marky Mark was going to be the new franchisee, and then boom, after this one, it didn't work out well for him. But this one was, I think, a lot more like the past ones. This one was definitely an homage to the past, the originals, but the new series is not. I don't think the new series is definitely a much more progressive version from the start to finish kind of thing, rather than time travel being part of it. But yeah, he's in a spaceship, and of course he time travels somehow because of electrical failure. Somehow makes you time travel, and maybe a solar flare or something, and then he's suddenly in the future. Has anyone else seen this one? Has anyone else seen the Mark Wahlberg version? See, these guys look a lot closer to the original movie. Oh, okay. So I didn't think about this. This version does still have the slavery, and they still use humans, but there's a few that still have some intelligence left. You got some house humans in this one. Definitely went more all out on the makeup, on the prosthetics and everything. And there's like the first time that people were starting to get attracted to an ape. This girl here. Does anyone remember this? Where there was like a controversy about like, hey, I don't remember how it was worded. I was younger then. It was around high school. I think it was a thing. New ones is more of a human messing up. Yeah, I'll be honest. There's a definite propaganda where the humans, just screwed everything up, right? But I don't feel there's not a whole lot of the really just cringe propaganda stuff in the new ones. The newest one, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, is actually pretty good as far as that goes. It's pretty like just straightforward, like it does. We're gonna get into it, but I feel like it does kind of take some concepts, obviously from other stories, but it's a pretty good one. Excuse me, bee humans do get attached to apes, but humans do get attached to apes. Yeah, but not like in a like Mark Wahlberg almost bangs this ape, like no offense to everyone's ears, but like he gets hot and heavy. I think they kiss in the movie. Humans don't get attached to apes. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, Marky Mark. They did pretty much wrap it up pretty tight. Like there wasn't a whole lot of. I don't know if there was a cliffhanger on the end of this one, but it was pretty much. So that was July of 2021. Okay, so now we're getting into the more recent ones. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. This is trailer number 2. I just happened to click on number 2. We'll watch it anyway. This was the first one where the apes started to get smart, like they started to figure out the virus and all that. I forget the main character. It was the guy from Pineapple Express. What's his name? Can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but maybe another dab will help. What do y'all think? What's up, Dominic? Cheers, brother. Isn't it James? Not James Vanderbeek. It's what's up, Dolores? What's up, Vicky? What's up, Daniel Stoney Jr.? James Franco. That's it. That's it. One of the Jameses. My middle name is James. I should know all the Jameses, right? Well, cheers to that. Draco. Oh, look at the little baby. Yeah, this one was all about the intricate raising of the first smart one. He's trying to help his dad. Yep. Stony, what's up, brother? Stony D. Have you seen the new Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? They end up putting him in with the other apes, and he's smarter than they are. They know he's different. And he ends up making some friends. If you haven't seen it, definitely a good one. It was a twist for sure after the Marky Mark one. You haven't seen the brand new one? Okay, well, we're gonna show the trailer of it, and I'm gonna talk about it. So, spoiler alert. Old family videos of me for sure, man. I mean, I used to literally be called a monkey. I used to climb all the time in trees and make forts and swing on ropes. It was good childhood. Aside from the bad stuff, but it was good. Hey, there's a flypaper right there. Benjamin, what's up, brother? Benjamin, have you seen the original Planet of the Apes? Have you seen the Marky Mark Wahlberg one? And have you seen the new ones? There's a new what do you call it? It's a three movie set trilogy. Jeez, what was the word? Trilogy. He leads his friends to get out of there. Horse versus gorilla. Yeah, that one was pretty. That was awesome. That was such an awesome moment when the second one came out. All right, well, no, not when the second one came out. Like the second half of this movie, I should say, when things started to heat up, where he's like, "All right, I'm going to make some friends," and he gives his buddies the virus, and that's really. And then the next one here is that was called Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The next one is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Still a lot of people around, not full on war just yet. I don't think this is the Woody Harrelson one. I think that's the next one. But they've definitely started to take over using war paint and such. They were trying to coexist, I think, at this time still. This one was an odd sort of middle ground. This was you could have called this War of the Planet of the Apes as well, because definitely had battles, but it gets worse, I guess you could say, in the third one. And this new one, man, we're gonna get into it, but I'll tell you when I start spoiling it. This one you think was a great one, or the first one? Apes versus bears. Seen Rise? Yeah. Started having kids. Some apes liked him, some apes didn't like him. It started to become like a the baby ape. That kind of looked like baby Yoda or some shit. Koba ugly as hell. Yeah. Mia. You can hold it. I'll take you up in a minute. I know she doesn't have to go. She goes out. She's outside all day. She just doesn't like me talking to the camera. This guy plays coy and then snatches up the gun. Then they start learning human weapons. I remember this one. Caesar didn't want war, but some of his people did. Some of his apes did. What's up, Alan? Right, Benjamin. The CGI wasn't bad, but you knew it was CGI. Those original movies, man, they had to make those masks and everything. Well, can you watch the new one? I believe it just came out on DVD, so it should be. I'll have to find out for you, Joe. Cheers. Brenda, what's up? We're on the Rumble. So that was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Let me take her out real quick because she's freaking out on me. I don't think she needs out, though, so we'll be right back very shortly. Just do like this for the time being. On Hulu on August 2nd, okay. Cheers. I have to clean the terp slurper out for that. Doing too many at once. You don't want to clog it up too much. Keep it manageable. Keep it manageable. You know what? I guess I could just put the link out just in case anybody who wants to pop up. Tonight's one of those nights. Why not? I watch movies and then I don't really rewatch them a lot because I remember quite a bit of what happened. Maybe that's. I'm sure there's always something that you miss, but to me, it's not. Sometimes but when if it happened to be on TV back when TV channels were a thing, some people still have TV channels. But if the movie happened to be playing, I might sit down, I might get stuck in it. I might get sucked in. But I don't typically go and look for. I don't go and replay movies. I replay movies for my son, and if y'all have kids out there, you know what's up. Some of those movies you know by heart too now. Like, okay, Winnie the Pooh again. All right, what's up, Squirrely? Next Friday, Joe. Not sure what. Oh, next Friday is August 2nd. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you want to watch it at home digitally, you can do that next Friday. Guess I'll hit play while I'm cleaning this because I'm going to clean this before I take her up. This one is War for the Planet of the Apes. Stick around. We're going to be checking out the Beverly Hills Cop movies because there's the new one that I saw and it wasn't. Well, I won't say. We'll talk about the new one here in a little bit. Yeah, this one they were full on war with the humans. The humans were getting sick from the virus that they made that also made the apes smart. What are the odds that a virus would do something unexpected? God, goodness, look at this. At least we didn't have to deal with something getting smarter than us during COVID. I guess there is that. Imagine if it was like something different that we didn't imagine, like I don't know, mosquitoes suddenly got really much smarter than us. wait, maybe they already are. Damn. Be right back, Dolores. No problem. What's this? Terps? Okay. I'm outside watering my garden, but I'm listening to the show. Hell yeah, Alan. Have you seen the original Planet of the Apes or any of the new ones? While you got your fingers handy, you're back. Eminem, Jess. Okay. There he is, Woody Harrelson in this one. Yeah, there's very little callback to the first ones in this new one, except for Caesar. You didn't care for the original ones, but the new versions are cool. Yeah, but you had to appreciate the originals in order for them to even create the new ones. But I will be right back. Here, I'll pause it on a good spot here if I can. Oh. Monkey dodging bullets. Look at that. They're all climbing over a wire. Woody Harrelson. Oh, hey, we got Sir Steve-O in the house. You can...
You want me to hang out while you take me out?
Yeah, it's only going to take a second.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I didn't have this up. We got Sir Steve-O in the house, everybody. What's up, Steve-O?
Good show tonight. I've loved all these movies so far, man. The newest one is on HBO Max. This one right here. I just saw it the other day, everybody. That's a good movie. What's up, Benjamin? What's up, Joe Bodie? Joe Kelly, everybody. Dolores? Dr. John in the house. What's up? Yeah. The Indoor Farmer Reviews. This is pretty cool. I don't know if he's reviewed movies before that I can remember. This has been fun tonight so far. I was just driving home and we were listening to it on the way home. What's up, Benjamin? Joe Bodie, what's up, man? Hey, Joe, what's the name of your group you were talking about? Maybe I'd like to join. Yeah, that Kodo, there he is. That Kobo was a crazy ass ape, wasn't he? Eat your vegetables. Woody Harrelson was a great character in this movie, by the way.
This was, I think, one of his first more serious bad guy roles. Like, yeah, he played, and it wasn't necessarily a bad guy. You could sort of feel from his position on this too.
Yeah,
because the people were looking at extinction.
Yeah,
and to them, they still were looking at the apes as this inferior, thing and non-negotiable, and some of them were clearly like, nope, we're just, taking humans out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Ice your foot. Oh, good night, Jess. I hope your foot feels better.
Yeah, for real.
Your ankle, she said. She twisted it and slipped at the gym. Ooh. Man.
Yep. Fight.
Nice, bro. Okay. So yeah, these are when after apes figured out human weapons, except some were still trying to protect people.
Wow, what a good movie. Oh yeah, that was a good scene. It's on HBO Max right now if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, this is when Caesar dies.
I think that one guy his name was Bad Ape. That's what they called him. Bad Ape.
I don't remember if there were apes on the human side in this one.
There was just a couple. They called them donkeys or something, wasn't it? Like you had the big gorillas and that worked with them.
Sure. But I know there was like a small sect of the apes that still did not want to harm humans, and those were like the people that followed Caesar. That I think is what I'm getting at. Okay, so now we're on to the new movie, and this is the trailer, so it's not necessarily a spoiler, but I am going to be talking a lot more heavily about the new movie. So spoiler alert on that. Slow it down.
Man, look at
So,
the detail.
yeah, I mean, they're starting to have like jewelry and clothing. They they have like their own sort of like style now in different areas. They have different ape tribes. This is way it says many generations later. So it's a far in the future, but somehow there are still humans that aren't stupid yet. And so they skipped by the whole like time travel thing that the first two series tried to do, you know, where the way that smart humans ended up in a planet full of apes is that they time traveled there somehow. Well, in this one, it's much more like there's some humans that still haven't been affected, even 100 years later or whatever. So it's kind of strange. They don't really explain it, but I guess they don't have to so much. It's a lot more believable than say time travel, right?
Yeah.
So it's good, but like it sort of starts you off, and I like the perspective on this one. It starts you off from the perspective of the ape in a small ape village. So this like young ape, sort of just trying to come into his own, and they start you from his perspective. He's the main character. The humans later they're just side characters in the movie.
Okay.
So you haven't seen this one, Steve-O?
Not this one, no. I haven't seen
Well, I
this.
don't want to spoil it for you.
No, keep that. It's fine.
You're like, I don't care. Okay, all right.
No, I want to know what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's so you got to think about how many. It says many generations later. So these apes don't even know the word human from this tribe. They've actually learned how to tame eagles. They use eagles to catch fish, and then they hang and dry fish, and like this whole like sort of tribal way about them. Versus later where you find the bad guy and he's sort of trying to use anything human that he can find, all these different like he's literally using certain weapons that you see later that apes are not able to make. But yeah, so in this scene here you see a bunch of sort of Neanderthalic humans where they call those echoes, because and I kind of get the term. Echo means like just a shell of their former self, kind of like humans that are very like primitive, kind of like we saw in the first two series where they had humans in cages like they were monkeys, right?
Right.
Well, that was the only part where you see those types of humans. This guy here, I forget his name, but he's self-proclaimed king, and he wants to be the new Caesar and all this. And he has a human that's got his legs hobbled. The human said he had an accident, but who knows? But he has this human that's just like reading in books, and so he's trying to learn of history and of humans and of weapons and all this and that. And he's using the knowledge to his max benefit, we'll say. They created like rudimentary weapons from it, not really bullets per se, but a sort of a electro-charged spear, sort of. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff. What's up, buddy?
Wasn't there some white apes, Joe? I think it's just because of all the painting they were putting on themselves in that last one. War paint. I'm not sure if I saw a fully white one. But yeah, this guy, like, there's always one of those gorillas as like the number 2 guy. It's like you never see the gorillas well, actually in this one, the main guy, I don't know if he's a gorilla or an ape or a monkey. Him, I can't tell. This guy's like he's kind of bigger than the other, because ape is the overall term, but what you have is you got monkeys, gorillas, and orangutans. I don't know if like they don't really talk about whether it affected other types of primates.
Yeah, there's no chimpanzees or nothing, right?
Right? Maybe. Well, maybe. Okay. There's some of them are chimpanzees. Maybe he's a
Oh,
chimpanzee. Maybe the
okay.
enemy. Oh, that could be it. That could be what he is.
I don't know the difference, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's
That's an orangutan.
yes.
Yeah. I know that.
Right? The gorilla is the much bigger ones, like King Kong, and the monkeys are all the more normal looking. No, I guess normal is a bad word. Like more like regular size. Like this guy, he's just a monkey.
Okay.
He's not a full on gorilla. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Comment below. Let me know. I lost all of Rumble. I had 15 Rumblers. They're like, we're not watching.
Oh, Benjamin's right. There's baboons too.
Baboons, yeah. I don't know if we ever see baboons in this series. That's what I mean. There's so many, and you can't really fully tell on some of them. Like the main characters, some of them are obvious, but the main king, this bad guy king dude, I don't know what he is. I want to say orangutan, but not orangutan, but
gorilla.
No, you said it a minute ago with the CH, wasn't it?
Oh, chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
Okay.
They're a little bigger than monkeys, I think. I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. I think monkeys
chimps have the ears. So Colin says he thinks chimps have the ears. Okay, maybe these are chimps. So monkey might not even be the right term.
Okay.
So there's like a type of monkey, and a chimp is you know what? We got Google right here. We'll check it out.
Oh, this guy looks like a badass right here.
That's the bad guy king. He looks like he looks a little bigger than monkeys, but not a gorilla. He's obviously not one of those.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a gorilla. Probably a silverback.
Of course, they have a attractive mute woman in this one too.
Mm-hmm.
That's seems to be the best theme of all of these. Sorry, ladies. I won't spoil the whole thing with the humans. It is worth a watch for sure. But I gotta say, like it's a jump. It's sort of a leap ahead past the ones before this. So the first trilogy basically is a separate thing than this. The only thing connecting the two is the style, the look, the fact that it's the lore, that it is actually the same world. But and the only other thing is that they're still. You end up talking to they end up talking to someone that is still a follower of the original Caesar, who did not want to hurt humans. And so there is a little bit of that, and it kind of, I guess I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of gets passed on per se.
Mm-hmm. Damn, demolition expert.
It is left a little bit close-ended. Like there's not much of a cliffhanger per se. So I don't know if they do. I don't know if they have a plan for making another one, because it doesn't. No, okay. I guess I could see. No, never mind. I take it back. There is a cliffhanger. My bad. There is a cliffhanger. Chris Fisher in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good show tonight, brother.
Yeah, man. I saw you had an awesome guest on, bro. Throw the link down if you want to come up. You're welcome. Looks like I have 4 watermelons so far, Alan says. Bro, 4 watermelons is better than 0 watermelons. I'll tell you that much all day.
4 more than I got.
You saw that staff he had. It has like some kind of, like, it's not really explained, but it's got some kind of electrical charge to it. He's able to wire it back up. So he's kind of a smarter ape in his tribe. His whole tribe gets taken from him basically as slave labor. Instead of using humans, this guy uses other apes.
Oh.
So it's an ape enslavement thing. And honestly, like, I gotta be honest. Have you seen the new King Kong movie?
With the Godzilla?
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
So spoiler alert on the King Kong movie, guys, but the King Kong basically has the same exact sort of enemy arc with this movie because he ends up fighting this sort of bigger evil sort of gorilla that is subjugating the other ones, right? For whatever they're digging out of a mountain, and this one he's trying to open a door. Very similar. I was like, man, it just seemed very, I don't know.
Yeah.
Overall, I did like it, but I'm not going to say that the story was spectacular. It was just very like what you expected, kind of, except for the fact that it was from the point of view of the ape, which I thought was interesting. I did like that.
Are you like me to where in movies you look for plot holes?
I do, and I also look for the obvious propaganda. I don't care what you believe in chopping off or whatever it is, but there's so much obvious woke propaganda in some of these movies that it's just unwatchable. It's like they're not pushing that. They're not convincing me of anything. They're like putting in like unnecessary details that don't make sense in order to try to make me think a certain way, and it sticks out to me. So the next we're gonna go. Well, we'll talk about. We'll finish talking about this one for a minute, but the next movie is going to be the Beverly Hills Cop series, which I know a lot of us grew up watching those. And then this new one coming out of nowhere, like a lot of anticipation on that one. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, what did you guys think? Who has seen the movie, the new one, the new Planet of the Apes? I mean, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I just felt like they were. I wasn't sure what the big message was. Not necessarily propaganda message, but like where they were going with it. It seems kind of close-ended to me, except for they left a little bit of it open with the human side of things. I think there's going to be it seems like there's going to be a sequel. At first I said I didn't see a cliffhanger, but there wasn't a cliffhanger on the ape side of things, but there was a cliffhanger on the human side of things.
Yeah.
Without getting into too close detail. Never seen one of the Planet of the Apes. Okay.
Huh? Not all the way through anyway, huh?
That's funny. Well, I can tell you if you're not a sci-fi fan, you probably wouldn't like it. But, it's not that unplausible. I could see a different thing gaining some intelligence. We have dolphins that are pretty smart. They say dolphins are smarter than humans, but they just don't have legs or hands to make calculators with.
See, I like post-apocalyptic movies of any kind, whether it be alien invasion or apes or, I like that kind of stuff because, it's not out of line to ever think that, our extinction could happen, so it's kind of
or at least severe decreasing of the population, right?
Yeah.
But that can happen just because we don't keep making more babies. Like we literally, if we don't keep producing more, and Elon Musk just had an interview with Jordan Peterson yesterday, the day before, on X, and he's talking about how like he did the math, and they talked about the math, and they extrapolated it out, and he talked about it. But basically, long story short, is he says that he thinks the Earth can sustain comfortably at 10 times the amount of humans we have on it
now. Wow. So
and that's with like smarter, like taking into consideration all of his thoughts on what things could be done, about it, which is a whole lot bigger conversation, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this sort of scenario could easily happen through, I don't know if viruses would be it, but like some sort of a technology that could make things like apes, because apes are very close to us. Like that's what makes this movie so compelling, is because it's so close. Like if they were to, I don't know, pick something like dogs, I guess people would want that because we all love dogs, but you know, the whole like war part of it and all that stuff, humans versus dogs. Like, could you imagine that scenario? Dogs
No.
don't have the opposable thumbs. Like, it would just be like Cujo, but with a pack of dogs. Like, even if they're smart, you know, that anything other than apes, they would have had to create some way to make them have opposable thumbs, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Like maybe raccoons. They could have picked raccoons and like, you know, but my point is like they had to think of something similar to us because of the fact that an ape can pick things up like we can. And that makes them basically us without the intelligence until boom, we made it happen. And yeah, so this the whole thing makes it more interesting. I mean, if it was like birds or something, like birds could like, you know, kill us, but they wouldn't like replace us by riding horses around and like shooting guns, like you know.
Exactly.
Maybe they would, but you know, they'd have to be like Birdman, like the old Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You know, have Birdman on once in a while, and that's who it would be. Anyway, just kidding.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was trying to like spoil it without spoiling too much of the movie as well. Like, it's definitely a worthwhile movie to watch, I think, and it's very separated from those three that were right before it. So it's a very standalone kind of film, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, though. I mean, in order for us to be replaced, you know, in that sense, rather than just extinct, you know, become extinct,
Right.
they would have to have some way of carrying, climbing, things of that sort, and the opposable thumbs is what's going to be, you know, the big thing.
They would have to have a need for like houses and like resources that we have. You know, so like anything else, I mean, you could think of a couple things, maybe like raccoons or maybe um, I don't know, koala bears. What if it was like sloths? Somehow we made them faster and smarter. Oh shit.
Oh no. The great one, the great sloth of the kingdom.
Fast sloth. Like a show zoo. There's another show out there, Joe, that's called what's it called? Sweet Tooth. Have you seen the series Sweet Tooth?
No, it's on Netflix, right? Yeah.
I think so. It's about a virus as well. Spoiler alert to anyone who haven't seen the series. It's about a virus that kills humans, but also creates these like babies that are human but also animal.
Like a hybrid, huh?
Yeah, and so like the main character is a boy who's also a deer. He's got deer antlers, and he's got like deer like mannerisms and tendencies and things like that. So it's very similar in the way that they have this dynamic of us versus them because we're dying out and we need, you know, resources. We blamed everything on them. The same thing goes with this series where humans are blaming the apes for all their problems and this and that. I don't even know if they talk about the virus as much in the last three, but Sweet Tooth, yes, it was good. I love that one. I hope that comes out again because a lot of people thought it was propaganda, and there was a little bit. It was like, you know, us and the planet and stuff, a little bit, but not. I didn't think it was that bad. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've got Beverly Hills Cop Part 1. You know, Eddie Murphy was like at the top of his game, at the raunchiest of the comedy routine. What was that? What was his big raunchy routine that was so famous? I can't think of the name of it right now.
Raw. Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yes, it was Raw. And man, and it was Raw at the time. Like he just.
Oh gosh, yes.
And so this movie's kind of all about not just Detroit, not just Beverly Hills, but Detroit. It's a constant it comes back every movie where he's a Detroit cop who ends up in Beverly Hills for different reasons. Well, the first time I don't remember the reason, but he ends up meeting people here and becoming friends with people.
Classic Eddie Murphy.
Michael Jackson. Yeah, he kind of did a little bit of this. The new movie was like a lot of throwback, a lot like it was very much what you would expect. It was very
Yeah,
much what you'd expect.
yeah, I thought so too. I like the way, without spoiling it, some of the old cast members are there, and it's fun.
Yeah, they try to bring on all the member berries. They it seems to be pretty wrapped up. Other than we'll get to it when we get to that trailer. But yeah, the original was fun because he sort of got to talk his way out of a lot of situations, right? He was still creating this character. So you think about it, there's 4 movies in now, and he's sort of going. He's got to go back to and draw from his original character. But in this movie, he was becoming this original character, or not, or sort of influencing it from his raw comedy routine, right? Because the character was written down, but then he, obviously had to put his spin on it. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I love this movie.
There's a little bit. There's okay. Well, we'll wait till we get to the new trailer, but yeah, these original ones, like this one came out in.
That's probably 88, 87 maybe.
I saw it. I can't remember now. 84.
Oh wow, that was earlier than I thought.
Yeah, it came out a year after I was born, so I didn't watch this until I was probably 9 or 10, right? And that means that this held up pretty well. That guy in the middle there, man, I forget his name, but he's been on the Santa Claus movies.
Oh, Judd Nelson. Is that his name?
It sounds right.
I think so. Yeah.
It was nice how they did that. So Joe's seen it. Yeah, Joe's seen that one. Raw. Okay, you guys knew it.
Yeah.
Fisher, feel free to come up, my man, my friend. Yo, good evening. What's up, JR?
Yeah. What up, fellas?
Joe, you seen the original ones? Saw the first Beverly Hills Cop? They were getting pretty good. Like they were fairly what's the term? Like they were kind of quick in a row. They were rolling pretty good every few years. He was making another one, and then it took him like 20 years to make the most recent one.
That's the thing is when we were young, Waylon, you remember this too. The movies were a big deal. Once a movie was made, it was like it was super popular and everywhere. There wasn't like a new movie on 10 different streaming services every Friday.
Right.
New series. It was like, the whole country would like the Back to the Future movies. Everybody was watching it. Everyone knew. And now, it's not quite the same. We have so much entertainment coming out constantly that, it's hard to keep up with anything new.
I do. Yeah, that is exactly the problem. And that's why people are so attracted to these iconic franchises on movies.
Yep.
And
now they're remaking everything, right? I mean, we watched even the Fall Guy movie, and that was a throwback to an old TV show, and that was pretty good. They had some little nuggets in there,
That was actually really well done. I saw that as well, and if anybody saw that, shout out in the comments. Felt like this was the same thing almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched it with you.
Joe Kelly says I felt like this was the same thing. What do you mean the same thing, Joe? The same as the first movie, the new movie it was very much. It was like they just basically kind of copied all the stuff that was popular from the first 3 in this new one. Yeah, so a whole year before a good one would come out. Yeah, a whole year. Yeah, another movie. Yeah, but now like not that many good ones come out nowadays, right? Shooter McGavin was in the fourth one. Yes, Jill. Okay, Jill. Be careful, but we gotta say things like spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It was funny. Shooter McGavin comes in. I won't tell you how, but I don't know. I wonder if that was why there was all these rumors on X that they were making another Happy Gilmore movie. Because I think they actually are. But there was rumors before that where Shooter McGavin had posted a picture and said was talking some shit to Happy Gilmore on X.
Oh, wow.
I forget his real name, but, of course, Adam Sandler, I don't think responded, but Short Circuit movie. You know what, Colin? I believe they did. I think they took the plot to Short Circuit, and that was the movie called Chappie. You ever seen Chappie?
I haven't seen it, but I agree with you. It looks like the same thing. And then wasn't there one called Wall-E or something too that was about a robot or something?
Wall-E kind of looked like Johnny Five a little bit, but that movie wasn't really anything like Johnny Five.
Gotcha.
I want to see Aliens. Aliens Romulus, yeah, that's sort of, I don't know if it's a remake necessarily, but it's very similar to the originals where they have they've got to have a female girl boss taking charge, and she's going to kick ass. I hope they do it right. The original with Sigourney Weaver on Aliens was done really well. She had to she do what she had to do to survive, and so that right here.
Got him. Nope.
Bastard.
Yeah, wow.
I think I got him.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, the original was pretty good, and I think if they do it right, it could be done really well. Chappie was good, but it felt like they just sort of twisted Johnny Five instead of coming out and saying, "Oh, well, this is a sequel or a remake." They just wanted to change the name. But yeah, I definitely agree, Colin, that they could do a new Johnny Five, like make it similar, but a little bit more updated, obviously. But they could do something, actually make it a sequel would be fun. I heard about a sequel for Gremlins that I never did see come out.
Oh, that would.
And they were supposed to be making this Gremlins sequel with all of the original cast that they could. And it was supposed to be like an actual sequel, not a remake or there's another term I was thinking, but yeah, it's supposed to be a continuing of the series. Rob Zombie's version of Hills Have Eyes. Okay. I'm not a big scary movie fan, Jill. No disassemble. Do not disassemble. I am alive. Maybe what if it's like Eddie Murphy meets Johnny Five on Beverly Hills Cop Ninja Part 7.
Oh yeah,
Beverly Hills Ninja. Remember that one with Chris Farley?
Yes.
How about Johnny Five joins the Beverly? Ah, look at that. He says it. I didn't even see that, Cullen. Two great minds think alike. That's what I'm talking about. That.
Oh yeah.
So here's part 2. He's been given the promotion because he beat the bad guys in the first one. Of course, they have like Russian accents. Russians have been the Hollywood bad guys for quite a while. It's a certain. You guys will notice, like through certain generations and certain ages, you'll have different Hollywood bad guys as like the typical bad guy in Hollywood movies. And throughout the 80s and 90s, man, it was the Russians. Russians were the bad Ruskies. You had Die Hard. You had, until you had Wesley Snipes as the bad guy in Demolition Man. That was unusual. So he's got his friends, Beverly Hills friends now that are cops, so he can kind of be like a cop in 2 cities. The whole point is it's a little bit like Die Hard in that he can't seem to go on vacation without solving some kind of big crime, Like he ends up somehow getting to go to like one of the loveliest places in America, Beverly Hills. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much poop's on the street over there right now, but otherwise lovely in Beverly Hills. But he gets to go there, and he's always got a. And one theme that you see in these movies is that he's got to destroy like a ton of property. Like there has to be a lot of city property being destroyed.
Yeah.
Rambo. There's a lot of Rambos, Joe. He came out with like it's gonna be like pretty soon it's gonna be Rambo High Blood Pressure. It's gonna be up from the hospital room. There's always this. There's the blonde Russian lady.
Yeah.
So put the moves on, and she's like 7 feet tall.
She was popular in the 80s in those movies. And
Rocky. She was on Rocky.
Yep. That was Brigitte Nielsen is her name, I think.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you da? Did you see her in anything besides those two? The last Rambo there was directed and written by Sly were amazing bloody. I don't know which ones those were, honestly, Jill. Like some of them were better than others for sure in the Rambo series.
Last Blood was the last one, and that was pretty decent.
I don't think he plans to make one after that, like with a title like that.
Right.
The next one will be like Rambo, One More Blood.
Yeah, blood transfusion.
Yes, blood transfusion. You see him like with the same like normal face, but then it pans down to him having like IVs put in his. So like on every one of these movies, they commandeer some kind of a truck. This time it was and he's just this sequence here is in every movie where they have to have some kind of a huge vehicle, and they just decide to just smash it for no reason at times. Where you see them like on purpose driving in the cars.
Yep.
He's literally sliding sideways in a cement truck.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have all these old-looking cop cars that were just like little matchboxes.
Yeah, that was back when all cop cars were either Impalas or Crown Victorias. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Police Academy. The way those cars like all sliding everywhere. And you guys remember the Police Academy movies? There was a couple of low-budget, more recent ones. I don't know if I saw them, but. So he's always getting in trouble with his so look at the theme here, where sometimes defying your like leadership can lead to like you solve the case or whatever, but then he keeps getting shit on by his upper leadership because he destroys too much property. Like it's like caught in between this conundrum where he solves the murder but destroys half of the city. And the recent one, man, it was a little watered down, I will say. And of course it seems like he's passing the torch. As it were. It seems like he's passing the torch on. Blonde Russian was in Police Academy also. Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, is that the same one that was like no. There's a hot blonde cop that I think maybe you're thinking of, but was she a bad woman? Is she a bad girl? 7 of them, the Police Academy movies. Yeah, 7 of them.
Wow.
Rambo and Last Blood were the last 2 made. Rambo in 2008 and Rambo Last Blood in 2019. Okay. The Tulsa King, Joe. You seen that one?
Saw it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know the one he's talking about.
Yeah, I tell you, these movies are still classics. It makes me want to actually turn one on tonight, and fall asleep to it. Every time I see him smile, I just hear that. That's it. You got it. You got it.
He has like two like speeds.
Yeah.
Kind of does the.
You do it good.
I'm like, on a scale of 1 to voice impersonators, I'm like about a 3. I can do a few. I have a few in my repertoire. I used to do a few that really well.
And the more I practice trying someone's voice, the worse I get at it. You know what I mean? It's like I can only practice a little bit. I used to try to do a good Christopher Walken, but I can't even do it anymore at all. You'd be good at that one if you practiced it.
You're talking to my guy all wrong. Coming at him with the wrong tone. Now, if you do it again, oh shit. If you do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Peach?
Because we're family.
There's Christopher Walken. He speaks more like with a very unique tone.
That's better. That's way better, dude. Good job. Good job, man. That was pretty good.
Sometimes it takes. No, that's bad.
A little one again.
Sometimes it takes me a minute. We just watched
those
three Poltergeist movies. Carol Ann.
Those are
Don't
scary.
go into the light, Carol Ann. Don't go into the light. If you go into the light, come bring me back a Pepsi and a ice cream drumstick.
And a pack of cigarettes.
She just head to the kitchen. Don't go into the light. She just melts into the TV. How we doing? What we watching? Alexandria, how's my boy doing? Make sure, she's reminding me, make sure you guys go get a number on locals. I'm going to be updating that and doing a spin tonight after we check out the newest. This was part 3, so the next trailer is going to be the trailer for the new one that's on Netflix. It's called Beverly Hills Cop AxelF. It's a weird name, but kind of works, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the new one too. Who's in the new one? Joe. Missing something. Oh, Christopher Walken? No.
Mm.
If that's what he meant. Sleeping, hopefully. Okay. Interesting. You saw that. I saw that. You saw the new one? Okay, you saw the new one. It was good. Okay. The new one, it was good, but it was pretty much just chock full of member berries. Like, it was just basically a lot of the same stuff that you saw him doing. There wasn't a lot of change. And I guess I like that about it. Honestly, they had him, Balky. Balky was in it. I don't know what his name is.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just kidding.
Isn't that the same guy that played Balky with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, that's him. Bronson
Balky.
Pinchot is his name.
Cousin Balky. And then he ends up he plays a role in the new one. So they kind of sort of hit all the points for all the different major characters that were in the ones before it. Why is that gonna play now? Oh. So part 4, it's not really part 4. It's kind of, I would say it's a little bit like, I would say it's standalone. Would you guys say that this movie stands alone? You wouldn't actually have had to see the previous ones?
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with that. But if you have, it's better because you've seen the older ones because of the people coming back and stuff. And
that's what I was going to get to, is that it makes it a lot better. It makes it, but if you didn't watch the first three and watch this one, you would probably think like low budget Netflix movie, because they kind of just threw it, other than all the damage that happens, because of course he has to just drive through and hit like every car that he possibly can hit in a couple of scenes. All right, so let's check out the new one. He gets to go back. Of course, he's driving some jalopy by happenstance. So they try to throw all this humor into it, like they throw a lot of humor into it. But they throw the whole he's getting too old for this thing. Like they don't say that, but the whole shtick that he's too old to be chasing down criminals on the street. So they want him, people talking to him about stop or about doing like desk work or something like that. But I think they kind of shoved too many things in. They shoved that in. They also shoved in he has a daughter in this one, and like this whole dynamic of the father and daughter team, and she of course hates him and doesn't talk to him. I felt a lot of kinship with his character in this movie. I couldn't figure out why, but then there was this whole, his daughter's not talking to him, and he says that it's her fault or whatever. And it's like, well, I could understand, but then it was this whole like really kind of forced affection between them, where he had to like win her heart back, and she's chuckling at his jokes right away and stuff. Like, I don't know, it felt almost a Hallmark esque. Like it was very sort of cheesy, their relationship, I think. And of course she actually, I'll give the movie this. I assumed when they talked earlier in the movie, and she said something about she forgot all of the cop stuff that he taught her. I thought for sure that meant later on in the movie she would have to kick some butt. And she does, but she doesn't. I'm going to say that I'm going to say more on the she doesn't side, because hitting someone over the head with a pot, like the whole pot shattering thing and stuff, like that's it. Like that was not much of a, like I expected something else, like her getting out of handcuffs, or having to like pick a lock or whatever, like take someone, like punch someone and they fall down after one punch or whatever. Like I expected something, but nope. So I kind of give them props for that, to be honest. Like I could see all kinds of useful skills that them giving her, but they didn't go that route. I think they could have made it bad if they went too far, like where she was somehow like James Bond all of a sudden, like all the skills that she remembers as a child.
Right.
Like they could have made it bad in that sense, but it worked out. Jill says, Waylon, I thought the same thing. I thought she was going to bust out and start beating ass. Yeah, I for sure thought there was going to be some kind of a total girl boss moment where the torch gets passed on to his daughter, But he does kind of do the whole, like, maybe he's too old for this thing. I don't know that he ever really admits it. That he brings his old friends back into it, and one guy looks like he's going to just have an aneurysm anytime, but he kicks some butt. And of course they got who was that? It's not Kiefer Sutherland. Who the hell is that?
Right there?
No, the bad guy in this movie.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, son of a Kevin Bacon. But they are connected by 7 degrees of himself, I'm sure, between those two people. Okay, so here's the part. Yeah, Eddie Murphy's just got to drive a semi through a mansion door, and like I could see them, like that was pretty interesting, that whole scene there. They dangle her car over the out the. What's funny is that there's like a way that you can just drive your car off of a parking deck. That's not really a thing. I don't know about you, but whenever you're in a parking deck, you're pretty much enclosed. Like you don't have like an opening that you could back your car off of. But hey, It is what.
Well, the truck pushed her off. Remember?
Yeah, but there was like an open side to the parking
Oh
deck.
yeah, yeah.
Like what? Like what is that? This for like quick exits or what?
I don't
I'm
know.
not waiting. I'm going out this way. And then they threw a lot of comedy in this though, like where he actually went and had to like he commandeers a meter maid truck, and I think was the stupidest thing. That part to me was a little bit silly, a little bit far fetched too. Like the two guys on foot would definitely be able to catch up to the meter maid truck. Like anyway, and then like she sprays him with pepper spray when he takes her meter maid truck, and she literally like unloads a can of pepper spray in his face, and he's still able to drive. Like it was funny, sort of, not really. Like he's kind of pretending like he can't see that well, and he's driving into things. But there's no way, man. You would be on the ground, like doubled over, just
Choking, puking, snotting, everything. Yeah.
You could argue that he's a cop, and maybe he's like had some training where he's been around enough of it, and he's like he's got some immunity or something. But I don't know. I don't think so. Not with what she did. Like she looked like it was a water bottle she squirted in his face with how much pepper spray, like in his mouth and eyes and everything else. Like that would have been horrendous to try to drive after that. Anyway, so that was the new trailer. It was what you kind of expected. Like you had this whole scene in Detroit where he's got to destroy half the city with a maybe let's see, when was it that he has the plow? The snow plow was in okay, so he got the snow plow when he was in Beverly Hills. I forgot. So when he was in Detroit, he also destroyed something with I forget what it was. Oh no, that's right. The trailers jump around. I forgot about that. But when he's in Detroit with his friend, he steals a snow plow and just decides to take out half the city, and it's mildly entertaining, but it's something that you expect as well in the movie, so I guess they had to. But I don't know about you guys, but I am tired of all the member berries though. Like can they come up with a new series, a new thing? The new stuff to me just isn't good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of new stories that I have been compelled. I mean, they brought back King Kong in a new way, and I'm liking the new sort of way it's going, but it's still a old franchise. Same thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think there's another one of those coming out where there's like the last Ronin. It's the three of them are dead, and there's one turtle left, and it's all like dark, and you don't know which one he is. Like the whole point of this one is you're kind of guessing which one it is because he's got all their colors on him and stuff. So that's kind of a cool twist, and it's a part of the comic books. So they're just taking material from the comics, which is actually what we want as people who like those series that are superheroes and comic book type related. We sort of want them to draw from the source material more. But anything else, like we kind of want them to start creating new things. Like the Planet of the Apes is not new, but it is a whole new trajectory. So I like it, but it's still what it is. Name a new movie or a new series. Let's see. The Ready Player One movie was really good. I'm expecting them to make a sequel to that. What other iconic? You've got all the cartoon. We'll leave cartoons out of it because those all seem to end up with sequels now because it's all formulaic with the kids and what they're going to make, and they have it all planned. Especially Disney cartoons, they're going to have the merchandise all planned out and everything as the movie even comes out. So most of those things, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
But all the Marvel and superhero movies are so played out because they aren't taking from the source material. Like I just said, like that's what those things are getting screwed over by, because these directors are just trying to shove in all this propaganda, and it's like it's not helping their cause. People are not watching that stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But Tarzan. Okay, the new one, Jill, with that tall guy that was on uh, True Blood.
Oh, Alexander Skarsgård. That's his name. Yeah,
The-
the True Blood vampire guy. Yeah, that's him.
The where the Tarzan, they actually made a new one, I think, since then, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
really?
People with him in it, but I'm not, maybe not. But but there was a Tarzan with him in it where it shows him as a baby being like taken care of by the gorillas, and that scene is intense, man. That scene is intense. Where like the bait, like all of a sudden you see a human arm come out from the fur and grab the egg that the gorilla's handed it, and he's just, eats the egg. There you go. True Blood was a really good one. I actually really liked True Blood.
Good.
It got really wacky, with the fairies and such later on. You did get
the
to see,
druids. Yeah.
but they did balance it out with Sookie's titties, I guess, once. But then you're just like, what was that? What was that? And then it's just not.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it.
The first 2 or 3 seasons were way better than those ending ones, like you said.
Yep. The whole like V thing where doing V puts you in this crazy like trippy world and shit. Yeah, that was an intense series for sure. When you kill a vampire, they just turn into blood and explode.
Yeah, lots of sex too. In the first season, it was ridiculous how much.
Series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever see? It's an HBO series, I believe. True Blood.
Yeah, it was HBO.
That's why you're gonna have that. But you also have the others. They have another series, Spartacus, which had a lot of sex in it. And man, those series were good. Those were so good because they were a good balance of the side that women want, the whole like there's this whole like sort of passion and all these like hot sexy dudes all half naked and all that, but then there was like some cool battles happening, so the dudes were like, us guys could watch it and it was all right, but it was like, wow, they're really doing this. Okay, there's an orgy. All right, they're watching like the gladiators, like all going at it while the rich people are standing around them watching, and yeah, just intense crazy scenes where like they were rubbing each other with sticks to like take all their hair off. They get oil and sticks to like literally rub your skin to where there's no hair. I don't remember what the stick is, but it's some kind of something that's sharp enough that it's going to take the hair.
Well, they're coming out with the new Spartacus. It's just about out, I think, on Stars.
A new one?
Yeah, it's a new one. They're going something to do with the House of Batiatus again. Yep, it's coming out. I just saw the preview for it.
They're like, we don't need a main badass. We're just going to keep going with it.
Well, they kept the same guy. Not the first guy in the first 2 seasons, he died, and then they replaced it with that other guy, and they've got him back as well. So
I don't know if I watched it all the way through because once Spartacus died, the rest of it just felt like garbage to me. I wasn't liking the rest of it, but it was part of the history, I guess. He had to die.
No, the guy who played him, the actor died. The original actor, yeah. Then they replaced him with a new actor.
Jill says she wants to see the guys and the girls. Okay, hey, I understand, Jill.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Not gonna rain on that parade.
Right.
Wait, I'm gonna do another dab or two and then probably get going. But thanks for hanging out, Steve-O. I know movies are it's a window into our culture. Whether or not Hollywood is putting their thumb on the scale, only they can do that, but to a certain extent, the things that are popular and work are things that people like. And even though they can screw it up and things, I still think both of these movies did pretty well. I couldn't tell whether Eddie Murphy was passing the torch on to his daughter. If she was more badass in the movie, I would have thought immediately, okay, another sequel coming out, and it's going to be his daughter. She's going to solve some mystery. But I didn't feel that fully. And so maybe that's not going to happen. But in the Planet of the Apes movie, definitely feels like there's a room for another one. We'll see. But I liked them both. There was a little bit of you know, a little bit of propaganda in the Beverly Hills Cop, I believe. I felt like Eddie Murphy was sort of dumbing himself down. Like his daughter was like outsmarting him all the time. Like she was like coming in to pick up his slack when he was doing like a character to try to get through something, I think it was at a hotel, and he was, or maybe, yeah, no, it was the impound lot. He was trying to get into the impound lot, and he was doing this whole thing about being like a producer, and his daughter comes in and like to save the day, and that's okay, but like she does it a bunch of times, and like he's always doing things that make him look stupid. And it seemed to me like the whole trope of like the modern day dad gets basically looks dumb in almost anything. Look at Homer Simpson and what is it, a Family Guy, and almost every sitcom where the father is like sort of made to look like oh, he just doesn't know any better. He's just a dad, like.
Mm.
Anyway, they did reconcile. Hopefully, I could see another one. But not as clearly as Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes was definitely more obvious. Nowadays they kind of lead them on pretty easily. The cliffhangers are pretty obvious now.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. So another one I've been watching that is another one with the member berries is the Cobra Kai series. I forgot I actually missed a whole season, and then there's a new season out now. So I have a whole lot to watch. I think I'm in the middle of this season 5, and then there's a whole season 6. I think 6 or 7 episodes of it.
Yeah.
So I'm catching up, but it is kind of getting cheesy over there too. They're really grasping at straws, trying to keep the storyline going, right? Cheers.
Oh yeah, and definitely. I just watched that. The first 6 episodes are out, and I just watched it the other day. And yeah, they're wrapping it up, but it's definitely pretty interesting. I think you'll like it. Once you watch season 5 all the way through, you'll be looking forward to season 6. But I won't spoil it.
I accidentally watched a little bit of seasons, like the first episode. I was like, oh wait, I haven't seen what was before this. And so I do know like a teeny bit of what's happening in season 6, but I don't want to think about it too much.
Right.
All I know is in season 5, the choreography and the fighting is a little bit, so far, is a little, it's kind of something lacking there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But it's definitely funny as well as entertaining. There's a lot of good laughs in it.
Hello, Jaskia.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to pull up the wheel.
You know what would be next time you decide to review new movies would be the Lethal Weapon movies. I think people would enjoy that.
Well, the reason I mean, it was sort of last minute that I decided that I could review all the old ones to get to lead up to the new ones. But there isn't a new one. Like if there's a new,
I see what you're doing.
I'm trying to review new movies, newer stuff. Yeah. Hopefully sometimes that gives you a little bit of a boost as well, because people are looking for those new movies and they see what people think about them.
And the franchises are always fun.
Yeah, I do like the Lethal Weapons, but I don't know. They might have a low budget sequel at some point, but I don't see Mel Gibson doing another one.
Probably not.
Who knows, though?
Danny Glover's got to be 85 years old by now, too, I think.
All right, I'm going over to locals.
indoorfarmer.locals.com.
Whoa, getting weird messages. Okay. And if you're on Facebook and you're subscribed on Facebook, if you're in the chat, I'll throw you a number as well. Terry and Brenda, if you're out there, you guys made posts. You didn't actually comment. You probably have Yeah, you've already commented inside the post. You've already got your numbers, but then you made a post outside of that. Looks like Brenda might not have her number. Let's see. We had Perry Wood, nobody, Dollyweed, William, Diane, Elizabeth, Michael Gray, Brenda, Z, Tommy McKetta, Terry Breiler, Timothy Martin, Jess Rosebud, Crystal, Cindy Lou, Margaret Jett, Brenda. Looks like Brenda, it gets number 16. 16. Jess says I do too much, and she says I should do just one giveaway a month. She might be right. I could probably do a bigger giveaway that way. Get back to the big ones like the air filter and stuff, and maybe just keep it in the fam, in the community. See, Sandy gets number 17. Gerald gets number 18. All right.
I have a question for you, Waylon. That might be a thinker. This could be a thinker. If you could have a remake done of any movie, or even just a sequel, is there your favorite one that you'd love to see continued?
I could probably list several, but I can tell you that there's a couple that I could see being really good if they did it right. The Toxic Avenger.
Never seen
and
that.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, never seen those.
Never seen those?
Nope, never seen those. Unfortunately.
Wow. What did I say?
Gonna go on the list.
Well, they're probably really hard to watch right now, just because of how old and crappy they are. How do we get a number? This is a wheel for my subscribers. If you want to subscribe on Facebook, I will give you a number. Subscription is $3 on Facebook. It's $2 or less over on, $2 a month on locals, but you can get it for a whole year at $20 if you want a discount.
And more benefits with the more better of a membership you have too.
For instance, if you are a pro member at $5 a month, you're going to get $12.50 back. If you're a basic member at $2 a month, you'll get $5 back. Mm-hmm. So I think it's directly worth it. And to Jess's point, if I keep it to what I'm doing now, and if we do grow, we get more people, then what I'm doing right now will continue, but still be worth it. Like what I'm doing right now, a lot of people are winning multiple weeks in a row, like getting because as you see, only 18 people participated, and I have like 70 something subscribers.
Yeah. Odds are good. Yeah.
So your odds are really good, especially if you're not someone who has time to stay on a live stream. If you're subscribed to me, you'll get hash and dash immunity, which means that you could be on this right now and not even be here.
Right. Yeah, that's a big benefit right there, in my opinion, because I lost one the other day on Professor Lee 710, and I wasn't there because I fell asleep and couldn't claim my prize. So if I had hash and dash, I'd have been golden. But I think you're the only one with hash and dash for any reason. I think most everybody requires you to be there.
I think Bearded Buds did that too at some point. I don't know if he still does. I haven't seen. He doesn't do Facebook anymore, I don't think. But he's on Kick, I think, and Rumble, maybe not Rumble. I know they're on YouTube. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, the $2 is worth it just for the hash and dash immunity, but then you get all kinds of things on top of it. Plus the prizes on game night, which I just gave out. I think there were 16 prizes this week and 15 the week before, sometimes 18.
Right.
Somewhere between 15 and 20 prizes every Sunday.
Yeah, and you have to be a member even to play, right? Isn't that correct?
Right. You can come through and watch and get in on a like and share wheel from the audience on Sundays, but you'll have to be here to win if you're not a subscriber.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know why we haven't just exploded yet, but hey, it is what it is. I think at some point it will. It took me about 3 years, I guess, to get here as far as having, I think 67 people subscribed over on the locals, and I love it. That's awesome, but it's kind of just sitting still. Maybe these 18 people are happy with winning over and over, which is great, but we're looking for try to get a few hundred people over there and be making bigger prizes.
Right.
I can imagine getting to my goal is my sort of soft goal. Well, first goal is 100, but then 1,000 people in the community paying $2 a month. We'd be giving $1,000 away a month. Like, because imagine like I do 5 shows a week, I could give $50 to $100 away every show of the week.
Yeah.
$100 away would be 500. So I'd say $50 a week or $50 per show every day of the week for a whole month is $1,000. So that would be awesome. On every show, just give away $50, and then it goes up from there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So join up, guys. It's not just about the give backs, but it is about trying to, I don't know, balance the scales. I like to make it a thing that can bring everyone else up with me, not necessarily as host of shows, but as people who are doing your own businesses and people just as supporting me would benefit from giveaways and prizes and all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I think we need to do a spin here shortly. I'm not seeing anybody from the Facebook side. Look back for a second. They make it easy with that badge. Makes it easy. Yep. Oh. Sandy and Crystal were here, but they are on the locals. Dean Dongo was in the house, but he's on locals too, I believe. All right. That's it for now, but I'll spin this 2 more times through the week, so you have a chance to get on here still. Good night, Joe. Appreciate you hanging out, brother. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Tomorrow night, We Grow Wednesday. I have some guests lined up, but I think this Wednesday might end up being a no guest Wednesday. So all right. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
One last dab with you, Steve-O, and then
sounds good.
It's time to get the big day out of the way. The big Peace News and Views daily sesh.
Yeah.
Get all seshed up before the Peace News and Views.
Well, you might be interested in the next 2 weeks from now, I believe. No, August. The first week of August, the Peace News and Views is going to be another panel discussion, and we are going to go over the use of cannabis platform in politics and how they use cannabis to try to earn votes and stuff, that type of thing. So you might be interested in that show.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh, looks like lucky number 13.
Oh, yeah.
Locals.com, Joe. LOCALS.com. But if you want to go to my page there, it's Wayland the Indoor Farmer if you want to search it, or it's theindoorfarmer.locals.com if you want a direct link. Good night, bro. Good night. All right, number 13. Let's see. Timothy is 11. Jess Rosebud, 12. Crystal Southerly, number 13.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Big winner, big winner, big winner.
Now, let's see here. Let's see how long Crystal's been here. Only a couple months, I think.
Whoops. It's on loop, sorry.
2 months she's been here, and she's won at least a handful of times.
Yep.
And she's about to win $5 again.
Excellent.
I mean, I am putting a lot of my own money into it now, but there's a tipping point. Once we've got enough people in here paying $2, then almost every person is going to get more back than what they put in. A lot of people are going to not participate. They might jump in and subscribe to support me and not worry about getting things back, and that's great. That's fine. There's a bunch of that already, and I'm looking for people that want to help support me for my vision, not just my show that I'm doing, but my whole vision. I have a lot of things going on. We do our show last night, Steve-O. We had actually quite a bit of views on that show last night on Rumble and X, so did a pretty good one.
Great.
Yeah, shouts out to Crystal for only being with me for 2 months. And actually, what am I saying? She's not getting $5. She gets $12.50 because she's subscribed on Facebook as well.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And she got hash and dash on that and everything. So there you go.
Well, and think about it, man. 2 months, and I'm giving her 2.5 months worth of subscription. I've already been paying her to be a subscriber.
Yeah.
So it won't work that way. Like if I have, several hundred people that are all competing for those same 3 spots per week, it's going to spread out a little bit, but I could still see that helping a lot of people. And I will implement things like you can't win, 2 months or twice in a month. I'll do that because, like, imagine if Crystal wins every week and gets $12.50 every week, and she could right now is the time to get in. But if she could win $12.50 every week for 3 weeks or 4 weeks a month, but only had paid $5 that month. So, but if later on, once we've got so many people, I think maybe 100 or more, we'll probably make it where you can only win once a month of this wheel.
Right.
Game night's already every other week, unless you have a special ticket from people in the boxes on Thursday. It's all connected. A lot of people who watch weekly understand, but it's I got to remind myself to make sure I explain that a little bit to people that might be new. It seemed like we had quite a few tonight. The stump that came in, new people, appreciate it. Let's see. Review number 87. Let me write this down, make sure I don't forget Crystal here. The 23rd, 24. Steve-O came up. Dear Diary, Steve-O came up on the show this week. Number wheel is number 13, Crystal. And you can tag the winners on these. Anybody that's in the community, you're allowed to tag the winners because they have the hash and dash immunity. And it makes it more fun for you guys who are here now. You get to tag them and be like, congrats. Give me $5.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats. I know you'll have $12.50 left. Give me $5. People be messaging these people, hey, I know you just won.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll remove her off the wheel because then we're going to spin this wheel, and I'll update to see if anybody needs numbers before I spin it again. How do you get on the wheel, Dolores? Sorry, I'm just getting back to the chat. You have to be a subscriber on Locals to get on the wheel, or Facebook if you're a Facebook subscriber, which you're not. I see the thing, but I think you're on Locals, Dolores. You have to go over there, and every week I put a post up, and if you want, we can even go there real quick.
And Margaret just put the feet up right there.
Yeah, I think Dolores is subscribed though, honestly. Let's see if I have it up somewhere else over here.
So we need some date doozies from Margaret Jet. Yep.
I believe this is Locals. I haven't changed my password since I've been on this side. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to look up Dolores real quick. See, it gives me all the info right there. Oh, wrong.
I didn't know Locals had dark mode. That's cool too.
It's my web browser.
Oh, it does it for you. Okay.
I'm not sure what your name is on there, Dolores. Let's see if your last name is on it. It's okay. Oh. I thought you were in there. Maybe you have a different name on it. But yeah, it's a post that I put up on Sunday nights or Monday mornings, and I put all the information in there. This week I put the dates, comment, like the post, you'll get a number, and then we do the spin 3 times a week. I don't know, the Facebook subs don't have to do it. They have to be here though, Joe. It's different.
Yeah.
The local subs, I don't know if they're subbed unless I go and look at them on Facebook. I see but the people who are subbed on Facebook who are also subbed on Locals still have to go to Locals. I mean, look, it's a new. It might be something where I have to do it on Facebook too. Make them comment in the group that they're part of now because they subscribed. I did that with Game Night. It's going to be a little bit more work for me to do that because I have 2 Facebook groups because I have subscriptions on my profile and my page. But to your point, though, I'm going to have to do that to where I can give them numbers out from all 3 posts, and have the same list of numbers, right? So I'll probably end up doing it that way for sure. I would rather people not subscribe on Facebook, but some people have, and I'm not gonna say no. It's just that there are other reasons, like for instance, if Facebook decides that something I post is like against community standards, and they could decide to take my subscriptions away. They could be like, boop, boop, sorry, and I could be like, well, shit, I'm out, whatever that was, and so yeah, that's why it's like, I'd like to maintain a safe distance from my money and my mouth, which would be Facebook being my mouth. Right? Anyway, I think I'm going to clear this here and we'll get moving. But yeah, Joe, you're finding the conundrum that I was running into as well. It's like, well, how do I keep it fair? And for now, there's only, I think, maybe 4 or 5 Facebook subscribers that aren't also on Locals, which is fine. But if I don't see them around, then I don't know if they'll go comment in the post. But I mean, I don't know. I'm going to try to do both. For a handful of people, it's worth it since I'm not making the congratulations post anymore. It wasn't getting a lot of reactions and stuff, so I decided it wasn't worth my time. But what is worth my time is getting everybody a proper number, so I think that's right. Maybe I'll make a post tonight. Got more people on my page subscribed than my profile, but I do have Gerald Jones, shouts out, and one other person on my profile that's subscribed, which is, more than 0, so we love it.
Man, I've been rolling joints lately, and I tell you, the flower has been actually getting, it seems like it gets me and keeps me more medicated than doing these dabs anymore. I don't know what it is about the flower. It's just, I love it. Maybe it's the whole entourage effect of the flavor, and everything else. It's not always just about how much THC. That's for sure.
Yeah. Smell and taste is very big. I mean, on top, like, aside from the entourage effect that,
yeah,
or maybe, I don't know, maybe those factor in.
Yeah. Well, when you smoke a joint, you're going to get the terpenes for sure. But with a dab, if you overheat it, you're not really going to get any terpenes. They're going to be burned off. So.
Plus, you're not going to get a lot of CBD or anything other than THC in a dab.
Good call there. Yeah.
Unless there's added terpenes, which might be the case.
Not like a good old-fashioned doobie.
This music sounds like Beverly Hills Cop.
It kind of does.
Like, come on, Steve-O, let's go trash the town.
Yeah, we have to find a big truck and drive it down the street. And
that's exactly the scene right now. That's exactly what's happening.
Everything. Yeah.
And it hasn't changed either. It's still the same. That's funny. It's hilarious. All right, it's been fun. It's been real, but I got to run.
All right. Well, have a good night then, buddy. Thanks for letting me up.
No problem. Yeah, we're just, we're over that time limit. So, guys, make sure you go follow Sir Steve-O. Go check him out tomorrow night. Going to be having tomorrow's the panel you're talking about?
No, it's going to be the first week of August on that Wednesday night.
Well, who's your guest tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I don't think.
Okay. Well, go check them out for awesome guests over there on the NOK tomorrow night. And then me on Wednesday for We Grow Wednesday. We'll get up to something. I might change it up a little bit, and instead of doing agriculture news, we might just do some research on some things that you and I have been coming up with questions on Monday. I might look up and do some research on taters, do some research on other things indoors. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But that could be a fun little change of pace. Have a wonderful night. Hey, we got Twisted Cannabis in the house. What's up, brother? We're just closing up shop, but if you haven't yet, hit that like button. And Twisted, we got to get you to come through sometime and get your benefits. Twisted's a subscriber as well. Get you in on some of these giveaways. Definitely want to get you in there. Margaret says she enjoys cone packed with flour. Some diamond or crumble sprinkled in.
Ooh, Margaret don't fool around.
Okay. I mean, I do have some crumble. I could try it, but we'll see. But remember, it's been fun. Movies are fun, but they're also a window into the imagination. We got to have that. We got to have that side of us. Otherwise, it's just, like boring, right? Even farming like has all sorts of beauty, ups and downs. It has triumph, and it's got everything within the natural world. Oh, I didn't mean to click that, but it's okay. You guys have a wonderful night. Remember, every person on the planet has to eat. See you later, Steve-O. Thanks again.
See you, buddy.